Section 14, Unit 1. Bill never leaves his house without turning off all the lights. Part 1. It's not possible to read this funny book without laughing out loud. A football game is rarely played without at least one player getting hurt. Further learning. Part 1. No meal is complete without a good dessert. A trip to Paris is not complete without visiting the Eiffel Tower.
Section 14, Unit 2. There are leaves falling in the yard because autumn is here. There is only a little cake left, so you might as well finish it. Part 1. There are many movies playing right now that I want to see. There is a car parked in front of our house, but it's not our car. Part 2. There have been bicycles stolen from the parking lot recently. Many people wonder if there might be life in other galaxies. There seems to be no hotel in proximity to the airport. Part 3. There remain two sides to the story about the crime, and the police are looking into both of them. There arises the problem of what we will do with all of the waste the machine will produce. There comes a time when we must all stand up and do what is right.
Section 14, Unit 3. Little did Karen know about the surprise party. Seldom is Charlie at his brother's baseball games. In no way are these photos appropriate to show at the wedding. Part 1. Kathy rarely has time to go shopping. Rarely does Kathy have time to go shopping. Nowhere do the birds sing more beautifully than in this forest. Seldom have I seen him so angry. Hardly could I see anything because the smoke from the fire was so thick. Part 2. By no means can we fail to meet this project's deadline. No longer will the teacher stand for students talking during the lecture. Not for a moment did I think that our team was going to lose the game. Nobody in the office liked Sarah because she was too bossy.
Section 14, Unit 4. Only then did Andrew realize he had been wrong. I love to travel to foreign countries. Only in this way can I experience other cultures. Only if we understand can we care. Only if we care will we help. Only if we help shall they be saved. Part 1. Only now do the people know how powerful the river can be when it floods. Only in the springtime do the cherry blossoms bloom. Claude sees a doctor only when he is seriously ill. Only when Claude is seriously ill does he see a doctor.
Section 14, Unit 5. In the shade of the tree lay a sleeping dog. Watch out for the dog. There it goes. Part 1. Down came the rain, so we ran into the house. Above the sofa hung a painting of a woman. Near the edge of the pool he stood, ready to dive in. Part 2. In the center of the park lies a picnic area that has tables and benches.
Section 14, Unit 6. Walking up the stairs was a woman wearing a bright yellow dress. Posted on the wall is a no smoking sign. Part 1. Sitting at the table were two of the students who needed extra help. Written in the margins of the book were a few mysterious notes. Wise is the student who doesn't wait until the last minute to study. The date of the meeting is fine. More complicated is the problem of finding a good meeting place. In the gray suit is the man who you should give your tickets to. Part 2. The museum is so crowded on Saturday afternoons that I make sure to arrive early in the morning. So crowded is the museum on Saturday afternoons that I make sure to arrive early in the morning. She looked so funny in that dress that we couldn't help but laugh. So funny did she look in that dress that we couldn't help but laugh. Wendy threw the frisbee so high that Peggy couldn't catch it. So high did Wendy throw the frisbee that Peggy couldn't catch it. Part 3. Her anger was such that she couldn't stop herself from yelling at the cashier. Such was her anger that she couldn't stop herself from yelling at the cashier.
Section 14, Unit 7. Naomi loves spicy food, and so does her husband. I am not going to that party. Neither are you. Part 1. Pork and beans go very well together, and so do steak and potatoes. Pork and beans go very well together. So do steak and potatoes. The library is open today, and so is the art museum. The library is open today, and the art museum is too. I don't feel like playing ball. Neither does Nigel. I don't feel like playing ball, and nor does Nigel. I didn't like the movie, and neither did my sister. I didn't like the movie, and my sister didn't like it either. Further learning. Part 1. As you sow, so you shall reap. As exercise strengthens the body, so studying strengthens the mind. Just as humans need love, so do dogs. Just as your parents took care of you when you were a child, so you should take care of them as they grow old. As the sun goes down in the evening, so does the air temperature.
Section 14, Unit 8. Were I a billionaire, I could buy anything I wanted. Had Henry brought more money with him, he could have eaten at a nicer restaurant. The soldiers will be ready should an enemy force decide to attack the army base. Part 1. If your grandfather were alive today, he would be very proud of you. Were your grandfather alive today, he would be very proud of you. If Henry had kept his promise to Tina, she would never have broken up with him. Had Henry kept his promise to Tina, she would never have broken up with him. If you should not desire to dine with us, please call us to let us know. Should you not desire to dine with us, please call us to let us know. Part 2. Were it not for your help, we would never make it through this crisis. Had it not been for the fire alarm, most of the people in the building would have been killed by the fire.
Section 14, Unit 9. Rude as it may be, the comment I made was true. Slowly though the dog ran, it tried its best to keep up with its owner. Part 1. Overpriced as the painting is, many people still want to buy it. Overpriced though the painting is, many people still want to buy it. Although the painting is overpriced, many people still want to buy it. Though the painting is overpriced, many people still want to buy it. Quickly as he ran, Jason still missed the bus. Quickly though he ran, Jason still missed the bus. As old as it looks, the truck still runs as if it were brand new. Part 2. Try as he might, he still couldn't finish his essay on time.